All people are insane, he said. They will do anything at any time, and God help anybody who looks for reasons. That is a quote from Mother Night by Kurt Vonnegut, which I thought was relevant to the last book I just finished, In the Garden of Beasts by Erik Larson. This book is about America's ambassador to Germany that moved to Berlin in 1933 with his family, and it's about their lives in Germany, in Berlin, during the rise of Hitler and his regime. A lot of it takes place mostly in 1933 and 1934, although it does go beyond that all the way up to the beginning of World War II, but it primarily focuses on that first year that the family is there and everything that they go through while being there. I'm not surprised. I loved this book. It was so good. I've enjoyed every Larson book I've read so far, which is only 2 other ones, but still, we're 3 for 3. One thing that I absolutely love about Larson is that his books focus on the people. They're centered around these big historical events, but they're not as much about the events as they are about the people experiencing them, and that gives it a much more emotional feel. It's so much easier to put yourself in the position of someone in this time when you're seeing that they're normal people. I mean, not all these people are normal. Some of them are crazy, but the people that he's focusing on, especially in this, the ambassador and his daughter, are fairly normal people with normal dreams and aspirations, and it's easy to put yourself in their shoes and understand how they're feeling, I guess is the best way to put it. Another thing that I really liked about this book was how Larson really evoked the atmosphere of Berlin at this time. Like, you really got a sense of what it was like to be in the city, the sort of disjointedness of it, that weird eeriness of something that's familiar but also off at the same time. It was this great city with a lot of great things going on in it, lots of amazing people, like strong-willed people, and people full of energy. Like the city was full of energy, but there was also a tension, and you see the tension grow and intensify throughout the year, especially once you get to 1934, and then it gets so much more tense. Every time I read one of Larson's books, I'm amazed at how much information he's found on like the people he's researching. Like, I know that they had diaries, but there's just so much information in this book, not just on the 2 people he's talking about, but everyone surrounding them. And it's so interesting, and it just amazes me the amount of research that must go into a work like this. And I also really enjoy that he has, in his notes in the back, he's got little additional notes and information on some of the sources that he's referenced. Let me see if I can find an example. So in the back, there are his notes, but then he's got chunks where he gives more information that necessarily doesn't need to be in the book, but if you want to know more, you can read through the notes and get little bits of additional facts. And here's one where he goes on for like half a page about this. He's talking about another attack on an American in Berlin that doesn't even get into the book, I don't think. So if you're interested in Germany in World War II, in Hitler's reign at all, then I would recommend picking this book up. It was definitely a very good read. I really, really liked it. if you're just looking for a nonfiction book in general, I would recommend any of Larson's books. I've read 3 so far. Read In the Garden of Beasts, Dead Wake, which is about the sinking of the Lusitania ship, and then I read The Devil in the White City, which was the first one I read and I really liked. That's about a serial killer, as well as the first World's Fair in Chicago. So that one was really good. This one might be my new favorite out of the 3. I really liked The Devil in the White City, but I think I liked this one more, but I also just finished it, so that may be influencing my opinion a little bit. I have one more Larson book on my bookshelf, The Splendid and the Vile, so I'm looking forward to reading that one. That one's about Winston Churchill in World War II, I'm pretty sure. So another World War II book. Awesome. I hope you liked this video, and if you do and you want to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.